We're in Churchill Square, Edmonton, where there's a street performing festival for street performers.
Nuts, here we go. Oh my God, she's amazing!
Oh, no, no. No, no, no. Thank you. Thank you. Just to let you guys know, though, I haven't actually... Thank you. A little bit more funky this time. This trick is called the coffee grinder. I call this trick the thong.
On your, yeah, wait for me. On your marks, get set, go. Baseball bat, thank you so much for helping me out. 1, 2, 3, hop. Ooh.
Here we go, everybody hit it. All right, here we go. First leg sting.
We're at a powwow near Edmonton of the Nietzsche Nation. I believe I pronounced that correctly. They are made up only of people of Native American mothers and European or other fathers. I don't know if it can be the other way around, but they are an officially recognized nation in Canada. This is not part of the regular show or ritual. This is just spontaneous. These guys are just enjoying themselves. My first view of the Edmonton Mall. Hey, I could use some groceries. Here we drag our carts, we don't push them. This is the most RVs I've seen at a Walmart, and although that trash in the foreground probably wasn't left here by a camper, I'm afraid they'll get blamed for it. I'm worried that Walmart will have to put an end to this out of necessity. It's just going to run out of room. And this is the biggest anthill I've ever seen in my life. We just passed through a small town here in the middle of Alberta. We saw our first sign directing us toward the Alaska Highway. It's less than 100 miles away, the beginning of it, at Dawson Creek, British Columbia. I had to stop and take a picture of this sign of this very dapper fellow with his hat on and apparently a suit. The Canadians are well dressed even when they're out in the wilderness, apparently. The street performers I saw in Edmonton, they're now here in Grand Prairie, and I ran into this fellow. And we just happened to be at the visitor center when this was floating by. He's planning to be that low. Yeah, a little bit of more fire, maybe you can see it, and up he goes. We're still in Alberta. We're just a little northwest of Grand Prairie. We find Beaver Lodge, a small town, and in fact there is a beaver lodge over there. And in case you don't know what a beaver looks like, they've erected this giant one, put up in 2004. This traffic circle is where the sign is erected, and all the traffic coming through will pass by here, but the actual milepost is 1 block away. And this would be the actual milepost. Mile 0 of the Alaska Highway, downtown Dawson Creek. I had told you a few weeks ago that I thought this was mustard. That was just a guess based on the color. But in fact what it is the plant rapeseed. Now the people who are producing this rapeseed decided that housewives probably wouldn't be too interested in purchasing it, so they changed the name to canola. And you'll recognize it on your shelf as canola oil. This is a 10% downgrade. I don't think I've ever seen anything more than an 8% in the States. I'm just going along in second gear.